your intuition. You got to intuit what your dream is telling you.
Right.
Examine the symbols, you know, and
actually,
meditate on it.
Actually, as you get more into it, and you start analyzing your dreams more,
right.
what you're going to find is actually your dreams are going to become more clear. You're going to remember them more.
Right.
You're going to understand them. And a lot of times they'll start coming true or stuff, you know, things like that.
If they're premonitory, if that's a word. I guess
premonitory,
that. Yeah, there's like you could call it. Yeah, is that precognitive? We say premonition dream, but is that what precognition?
Precognitive is
okay.
Premonition is
okay.
Tomato.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yep. So, I don't know. You want to talk about types of dreams?
Oh, we could. There are. Well, let's see. There's
7.
Oh, really?
No,
7 that we've got.
I don't know.
It's probably more.
Actually, you know,
message dreams.
Depending on what you read, some places say there's 5, some places say there's 9, some places say there's 7. So basically, I just wrote down the ones that I felt were right.
Okay.
So what I wrote down was for the different types of dreams is lucid dreaming.
Okay.
That's where you are in the dream and you become completely aware of the fact that you are dreaming.
Right.
So you all of a sudden your consciousness just kicks in. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, that psychedelic elephant on the unicycle. There's no way that could be happening. That must mean I'm dreaming. So then you know you're dreaming, and then you're actually able to control the dream.
Yeah.
So that's lucid dreaming. Next one is precognitive, and Starkey just talked about that one. How you
premonition dream, premonitory. If that's a word, I'll have to look it up.
Nightmares. We've all experienced those once or twice. I think you know what that is. A noctmare.
Oh, yeah.
Daydream. Which is a lot of times not even lumped in there, but where you drift off. Yeah,
there's something to be said about that too, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's not, I mean, I don't think you're going into full REM. You're not, you know, completely disconnected, but you are kind of spacing out a little bit. You're going somewhere else.
Right.
You know, it's actually, that's kind of where you are meditative, when you're meditating.
I think so. I've had experiences, I don't know what you call it, like I'll be falling asleep, it's like this, it's like an idea will pop in my head, it's almost like a clear idea about something. Also wake up, it's like it's gone, it's like, what was that? Like this is a cool idea, but what was it? You just suddenly forget it.
Right.
And that bugs me, it's happened many times. And I don't know, maybe it's like a little meditative thing, like all of a sudden, the door opens, you see something really clear, and it's closed. And it's like...
Do you ever try to meditate again and go back in?
I don't think so. Oh. But that would be, that would be a good idea.
That would be a good exercise.
Yeah, I know. But something is going on there, I know, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
The door's opening, and then something closes. Yeah. It's frustrating.
Very. Okay, another one is telepathic. And obviously that is where you're actually able to read thoughts or read like you know, someone else kind of.
Yeah.
Isn't remote viewing in telepathic too?
Well, yeah, it's all the mind, I think, the consciousness reaching out to something, you know.
Right. Basically you're taking
your mind is traveling. Yeah.
Putting it somewhere else.
Right. But I don't know, let's see, as far as dreams, I guess there's a similar state that's connecting to, but...
Yeah. I just meant, are they similar? Remote viewing and telepathic?
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I believe they're all in the same frequency, so to speak.
What's another one? Astral travel.
Okay, there we go.
Which will be a completely different show.
Yeah.
Because we're both really into astral travel.
Because there is a connection between dreams, certain types of dreaming, and astral projection.
Absolutely. Have you ever had a dream where you're flying?
Yeah,
well, some
there you
say
go.
That's actually you astrally. You're actually you're aware that you're flying and you're like traveling astrally. Apparently, that's when you're astrally projecting, and also when you feel that feeling of not flying. I just said that falling.
Yeah. Oh.
You have that fall, and then all of a sudden you wake up in a sweat and like. With a jolt.
Yeah, I've had that.
Slamming back into your body.
Sometimes you almost feel like you're lifting, and then you fall back down. You're sitting in a chair, or maybe you're meditating, or you're not off. Yeah.
I do that.
I've had that quite a few times.
That happens to me all the time. I'll be laying in bed and drifting off.
Yeah.
And it's such a jolt. My whole body.
Yeah.
Just,
oh yeah.
Just like I just got shocked.
But you feel like you're almost like one moment feel like you're levitating, and then you fall in your chair, or like you feel like you're gonna fall off your chair. But it's not your body; it's your spirit, or you could call it your astral self, lifting out of your body.
Right.
And then something happens, slips back down.
Yep.
Or falls back down. You know. So yeah, there's something going on there for sure.
Scares the crap
Oh
out
yeah.
of
Oh yeah.
So what the hell is the other one? Oh, ordinary dreams.
Oh.
And ordinary dreams are like, you don't feel, they're not very vivid, and they're not very, they're not really very logical in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, the jumbled up
They're
ones?
the ones where you got the psychedelic elephant on the unicycle, and he comes up to you talking gibberish, and I've had a similar dream to that. He just wasn't on a unicycle.
Right.
But anyway, no, the weird things happen, and it's more symbols, and you got to decode. That's where your supposed dream dictionary would come in. You got to decode all this stuff.
Right, right.
And that would be an ordinary dream. That's kind of the dream most people have.
You know, there could be like symbols and like messages somewhere hidden in there, possibly. There are definite message dreams. It's clearly giving a message. Sometimes they're very obscure, very hard to find in some dreams, you know. Like I said, you got to dig and really look.
Well, basically, sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry.
I was just going to say, when they talk about, you know, the different stages of sleep, and they talk about the dreaming part of it. Now, the dreaming part of it isn't just they think that, like, I'm talking more scientific now.
Right, okay.
Their conclusion is pretty much you're taking the reason you dream is like you're taking the whole day's events. This is as far as they've gotten, because they don't really know why you dream, but you're taking the whole day's events and problems and things that happen, and you're cataloging them.
Right.
And you're sorting them out.
Right.
And you're trying to find answers and whatnot. And that's the whole purpose of a dream. Right. Supposedly. So,
Dreamology.
It's oneurology. Oneurology. Oneurology is the scientific study of dreams.
Really? I didn't know that. So that's what it's called. I've heard of ontology, which is...
It's oneurology.
Yeah, oneurology. That's
Unless
different.
I'm mispronouncing it, but basically that's...
It might be.
That's what the dictionary says it is.
Okay.
Oneurology.
Wow.
But yeah, scientific study of dreams.
I like dreamology better. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's probably Greek or Latin or Martian. I don't know.
Yeah,
they got it from the Martian dictionary.
Latin.
Oh, okay.
Everything's Latin.
Yeah.
But
okay, why can't anything be in English, you know?
They say people that don't get into REM sleep ever, they go insane.
What?
Yeah. People that can't go into, like most people, when you go a long period of time without sleeping or going into REM, because you don't have a way, your brain doesn't process.
So because they have insomnia. Oh yeah, I heard something like that. Yeah, because you can't go to sleep long enough to dream.
Well, my husband, Donald, the hell was I gonna say? Oh, he's went like, one time he went a couple weeks without really sleeping.
Really?
2 weeks.
Wow.
And he said that he was starting to hallucinate.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You absolutely will hallucinate.
That's interesting, because you can't dream, so you're hallucinating. Yeah.
Seems
like I heard that somewhere before.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the
waking dreams.
I think what I heard was the serotonin in your brain. The serotonin, I think, is it melatonin. Those control your dreams.
That's something like that. Yeah.
They have something to do with the chemical part of your brain. Okay. That's what's pumping through when you're having a dream. Okay. Apparently. And when you don't dream, you don't get rid of that stuff.
Right.
And then what happens is it builds up, and then it basically starts leaking out while you're awake, and it's causing a hallucination. It's basically like tripping on acid.
Yeah.
That's what acid is. That's why acid was developed. It was for a sleep deprivation study.
I think it was it Coast to Coast, or somewhere they were talking about they found a person in his family had some kind of disease where they couldn't fall asleep. It was like the insomniac disease, and I think they died early because of the problem they had, you know, and it was for some reason genetic. I don't know if that sounds familiar or not. I'm pretty sure it was Coast to Coast.
I've heard a couple of different stories where people were unable to sleep.
Yeah. and because of that they couldn't live. They didn't live a full life, you know.
No, man.
Yeah.
Well, you imagine. I mean,
I'd like to find that story and get the detailed scoop on that, you know.
yeah, it's torturous enough when you don't sleep you sleep well the night before, or you end up, not sleeping at all.
Yeah.
That's already bad enough. Imagine living your life like that. They could put a bullet in my head.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Something in those people's body keeps them from sleeping. I don't know what it is. I mean, if it's a disease, and I don't understand that. But anyway.
Anyway, so those are different types of dreams, I guess.
Okay.
From what I believe.
Yeah, we could probably research some books and find out what they say, about these different kinds of dreams. We have a few books here, but
we could. I just kind of figured we, just talk about which different ones we, or whatever. Pretty much everybody. I mean, we just gave definitions.
Yeah, that's true.
But another interesting thing I looked up was dream incubation.
Okay, what's that?
Also called dream seeding.
Dream seeding.
Yeah. This is where you apparently, let's say you have a problem. You have a situation at work, with life, or whatever, and you ask your guide or guardian angel, or or you just say it to the universe, or you're saying it to your brain.
Right.
Whatever you believe, everybody's different.
Higher power or something.
Higher power, Buddha, whatever.
Yeah.
And basically, you state the problem, and you ask for a clear answer that you will remember in a dream.
Okay.
And the idea is that you visualize what your problem is, and the idea is you're going to have a dream that gives you an answer that night.
Okay, yeah.
So that's dream seeding or dream incubation.
I see what you're saying. So if
it's not like Inception the movie.
Which I haven't seen.
Well, I won't say anything.
Okay. Well, it sounds like what we're talking about is like if you're looking for an answer to questions, you look for it in your dream, but you set it up so that your dream will give you the answer. It'll provide the answer, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like a prayer, but you're using the dream state to get the answer.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
According to what I've read, anyway, that is what dream incubation or dream seeding is.
So it sounds like before you go to bed, you just ask the question
and visualize it. Kind of not really meditate like but just think about it. Visualize the question, and supposedly, and then ask, of course, for it to be clear,
right,
and for you to remember it in the morning. And then just weed through your massive dreams and try to find an answer.
Well, that's like I guess what they call auto-suggestion. That's a little different. That's like if you want to remember to do something the next day, you plant the seed. I am going to do such and such the next day. I'm going to remember to water the plants. But then the only thing about that, why don't you write a note to yourself,
Oh.
But I've heard that explained that you can remember to do things, plan it in your mind, and wake up remembering, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do such and such.
Yeah, you can. I think you can.
Anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I've done that before. No, quiet.
Or.
Hey.
Those ghost dogs, I tell you. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. Just trying to get you up here to see the camera. He's being camera shy.
Yeah.
Hey.
So.
Pardon the barking.
So what's left?